Gemini, welcome to your June 2023 reading. If this reading resonates with you, make sure that you visit www.brattystarot.com in order to book a one-on-one face-to-face Zoom call with me or a pre-recorded reading with me. If it does not resonate with you, then make sure you're checking for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign for a full picture. Keep in mind that these are general readings. That means I could be picking up on your best friend's energy, your lover's energy, your ex's energy, your boss's energy, etc. So like I said, make sure that you're checking for all of your placements or just switch the roles if need be, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to start out with is your meditation. The first thing that I saw was a little boy, and he was walking through the street. Nobody could see him except for dead people. I did not understand what was going on until I realized I was inside of the movie Insidious. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Insidious. And he ended up getting trapped by like this demon basically in hell is what it was in the movie. And I don't want to spoil it, so spoiler alert, really sorry if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. But come to find out, it ended up that he inherited this ability to be able to go to the other side, or to I think astral projection is what it's called, like during his sleep. And then come to find out he ended up inheriting that from the father. So then it gave me a flashback. Of course, as soon as I do this reading, somebody's mowing their lawn. So we love that, but we're going to push through it anyway. And then I got a flash towards this guy, and he was out in the middle of nowhere, and he had on like this, almost like this Eskimo gear, kind of. It was snowing. He was all by himself. There was so much land, and it was just covered in snow, and it looked like he was out in the middle of nowhere. And there was this big ice block that he had, and he kept trying to just chuck at it and chuck at it and chuck at it, because there was something inside of the ice block that he was trying to he was trying to get something out of it. So when he finally broke the block, he realized that the thing he wanted was now in pieces, as opposed to in its whole, like instead of being whole, it was in pieces. Sorry, I don't know why that was so difficult for me. And so I'm wondering if there's something in your life that you've inherited that may seem on one end like it's very negative, right? But then I was wondering, yeah, it can be negative if you don't know what to do with it. But what if you know what to do with that ability? You know, or what if you know what to do with that disorder, or whatever it may be? You can always take something that is perceived as negative and turn it the other way so it can work for you. And so I'm wondering, in your life, what you feel like was inherited that is negative, that you could actually utilize to be better for you, to actually work for you. I'm wondering if there's something that you grew up with or that you were taught that's been instilled in you that you just feel like, well, this is it, right? So for instance, no offense to them, I grew up with parents, and they were really bad with managing money, and they, lived over their means, beyond their means. And I grew up kind of doing that. And then I got myself into debt, and et cetera, et cetera. But is that something that I have to hold on to forever? No, it can be reprogrammed, rewired. So I'm wondering if that's something for you. And as far as the ice, that man chucking away at the ice in the middle of nowhere, you may feel like you are all alone with no help, trying to get down to the bottom of something, or trying to figure something out or find something out. But I'm kind of getting this energy of, you can get more bees with honey than with vinegar, because I feel like there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? As the saying goes. And I think that you may be going at something the wrong way, or maybe somebody else is, okay? It was a masculine energy that was chucking away at this. So I'm not really sure what that means. I mean, maybe there is something that you inherited. Maybe it's a bad habit that you were kind of taught, or something was learned, or maybe it is a disorder that you inherited from your mother or your father. I don't know. But maybe let's say there's a masculine energy in your life that's trying to get you to break it, but maybe they're going about it in the wrong way, or whatever it is. So whatever that means for you, I'm going to go ahead and just get right into the tarot. We'll see if it plays in. And if not, you know, oh, well, maybe you were supposed to hear it. Maybe you weren't. All right. So we're starting out with the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, this is an offer. Now, this is your energy, and this is what we're starting out with in June. So this is an offer of some sort. You know, this could be love. This could be creativity. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. What is going on with my words? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is abundance. This is moving forward. You know, this is good fortune. This is luck. This is good karma. The Six of Cups. So I see the Page of Cups and I see the Six of Cups here. Now I remember seeing that child in my vision, and he was walking alone. And so I see the Page of Cups and I see the Six of Cups, which can sometimes talk about your inner child, an actual child, your childhood. So like I said, maybe there's something that you were taught in childhood. Maybe there was something that you inherited. The Six of Pentacles, this is about give and take, or this is about charitable contributions. This is also about, you know, giving what you feel like somebody is worth, or getting what you're worth in a situation. The Page of Swords, so another childlike energy or a new energy. I heard self-discovery. So with that Page of Swords, now I feel like I'm kind of seeing that man again chucking away at that ice cube, so to speak. I don't know why I'm getting that on that Page of Swords, but I am. And so the Page of Swords can be about like blogging. It could be about podcasting. It can be about online activity. It is Gemini. So I'm assuming that this is you getting curious about something, trying to figure something out. And so that's what I'm kind of wondering. If that chipping away at the block is somebody trying to figure you out, or vice versa. You have the Two of Wands. All of these cards are in the upright, which I really love. And now I feel like as soon as I say that, there's going to be one in reverse. Oh, well, let's see. Two of Wands talks about a decision that needs to be made, doing one thing or doing the other, going with the new way or going with the old way, implementing a new way to crack through that barrier, or, you know, sticking to the old. Wow, the Hermit. So we didn't get a reversal yet. Yeah, we did. Down here, and this is you. But let's look at that Hermit. This is about self-awareness. This is about discovery, about knowing oneself. It can be a little dark night of the soul-ish. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to go through something absolutely astronomically freaking terrible. Okay, and the sun is in your sign currently when I'm recording this video, so you know that's about you, your vitality, how you express yourself, your identity, etc., your work, even your health. The Lovers in reverse. This is one of your major arcanas. Okay. And so the Lovers in reverse, this can talk about, and this is your energy at the end. So where you're kind of ending in June, this is like your energy. So this is about playing the blame game. Okay. This is about unrequited love. This is about needing to make an important decision and refusing to do so. I know that you're also going to have Mercury in your sign here coming up pretty soon. So lots of busy stuff, wanting to express yourself, maybe writing, you know, talking a lot, chatty. You can get into arguments and spats with people as well when Mercury is in your sign. I have this going through my sign right now. So, you know, maybe it's something like that. You will be very expressive though, especially with Mercury and the sun there. So let's go ahead and start with this Page of Cups energy. Tell me about that Page of Cups for Gemini. Wow, the Queen of Swords. The Tower. The Emperor. What's that Tower? The Moon in reverse. The Strength in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Give me one more for that Tower. The Empress. Wow, there's an Emperor and an Empress here. You're playing too small. There's something that you're going to be realizing in June, where you're going to realize that you've been playing too small in a situation. This may come through an uncomfortable conversation with a mother figure. There may be something that's revealed to you from a mother figure, or there's something being revealed to you through some kind of like, I don't want to say harsh communication, but that's what it feels like. It's it's a cold and sober conversation with another individual, because you're showing up as a page. So you're showing up as like, yay, this is fun, da 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 da, or this is my gift, or this is what I've inherited, and I'm just going to not do anything with it, or and it can be something positive that you've inherited, but it's like a talent, gift, skill, ability, but it's like you don't know how to wield it properly. I'm wondering here if you're maybe too focused on the money of something and not necessarily looking 10 steps ahead, just like, can I make money from this? Or maybe there's a masculine in your life that is not, or maybe you're a masculine in your life that's not feeling very confident around their financial situation. And I'm not sure really how that ties into you specifically, or there can be somebody who you feel is utilizing you or using you. This could be somebody also taking advantage of your naivety. Is that how you pronounce it? Naivety? Somebody who feels like you are naive, somebody who's taking advantage of you in that regard, whether it's for status, money, sex, I don't know, whatever it is. And it feels like someone, like maybe a female friend or a feminine energy around you, is being like, hey, I need you to wake up and stop playing small, because somebody's taking advantage of you, or you will be taken advantage of if you don't utilize your power to the greatest good. I think that you're working towards this energy. I mean, you're going to show up as a lot more confident regardless, but don't let it get out of hand, because the sun is in your sign. And so, at least until late June, June 22nd, June 23rd, whatever. And so I'm feeling like you can be confident, all of that, but don't be foolhardy. Like, don't be an idiot. You know what I mean? There's something there that you're needing to grow a little bit. And so it feels like there's somebody here who's trying to make you realize your actual power. And it's going to come through a very uncomfortable situation where things from the past may even be brought up, etc. Okay. I heard you're doing too little. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That, that might be that masculine figure trying to chuck away at the old block, trying to feel like you gotta fight too hard to get somewhere, where it's like, well, I feel like there's something that's going to make you kind of relax, or something that's going to maybe, because that Empress is all about receiving. Anyway, let's start with that Wheel of Fortune. Show me that Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Pentacles. Something is moving in a very positive direction with that Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Pentacles. I heard get ready. I feel like there's something that you're going to need to get ready for, Gemini, okay? Because I mean, with that Page of Cups and then the Tower coming in, it's showing me that you're playing too small. And so there's something that you're going to need to change in regards to you, and not being so naive in regards to something, because you do have luck coming your way with that Wheel of Fortune, that Knight of Pentacles. You could be coming into some kind of financial abundance, or you could get some form of opportunity to expand your resources in some way. Now, that doesn't mean, I mean, the opportunity may fall into your lap, but at the same time, you're going to need to work at it. You're going to need to perfect something. So once again, I feel like this is about stepping up your game and utilizing something to the best of your ability that maybe you thought was crippling, that actually isn't. Okay. Five of Swords in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, where you felt like the competition was too tough. Maybe that's why you were playing too small in some kind of aspect, or even if it wasn't like you were going right out and competing, it's like just simply not evolving yourself in the way that you should, or you could be doing more with what it is that you have, or maybe there's a gift right in front of you that you're not seeing, or that you're not utilizing to the best of your ability that you need to. Okay. So we have the Six of Cups right there. Tell me about that Six of Cups. The Six of Swords in reverse. There's some positive memories from the past, or some kind of positive childhood dream that I feel like you're emotionally attached to, but it feels like uncomfortable for you for some reason. Something that's uncomfortable for you. Give me one more for this. The Four of Pentacles. Why do you not want to revisit some form of memory? It's like it looks like it's either a positive childhood dream, a good memory, a past soulmate, whether that's a lover, a family member, whatever it is. And it seems like you're emotionally attached to it, but at the same time, you don't want to associate with it. Like, no, 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 it's too heavy. I've let this go. This is not it for me. 10 of Swords, the Devil in reverse, the 10 of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. And it's very interesting to me because there's positivity attached to it, but you're adding a negative connotation to it. You're stamping it as a negative thing. You know, I remember when I was little, I loved to write. My grandfather taught me how to write. And I realized like that was my thing. Oh my God, I love to write, right? Check out my socials to check out my website and look under channel messages on my website to check out my writing. But I remember starting to take classes out here for it. And I was like, oh my God, like this is it. I love it. And then finally I got the opportunity to read in front of my teacher had asked me, hey, I want to invite you specifically to come and read. Can you do that? And I was like, oh no, right? So like fear was impeding me. And then it was also feeling like, oh, well, that's unrealistic. That's not realistic. Writing as a job, like why even pursue that? Even though I love it so much, I can't associate myself with this. Or if it's a person, maybe you're holding back because of something specifically. Maybe there was an ending there, but maybe there's something positive that you can squeeze from it. Now I heard Insidious again. So let's take a look at that 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, because look, Page of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, the 4 of Cups in reverse. And with that 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands in reverse, this is a sense of only giving to something at a very small pace. Like you know what this is giving? It's giving Good Will Hunting. Have you ever seen that movie? Good Will Hunting is about a man and he's a janitor at a college, but he's a secret genius, right? But he has a lot of insecurities about his childhood and growing up the way that he did. And no, it's stupid. I'm just going to be a janitor forever. And, there's some unhealed wounds there. And because of how he grew up poor and grew up in, I think it was like foster care and things like that, that was actually holding him back. But it wasn't. It was just the illusion that what was holding him back. So it's like, it doesn't matter sometimes. It's like you put someone in a specific situation and that's what they think they're always going to be. And that's not true. People change. People can change. And most of the times we have gifts with us that we take into this life, but because of what others have told us, because people have beat us down, because of our circumstances growing up, we feel like we can't have this, or we feel like we don't deserve this thing. And if you don't put in work in it, or if you don't work at it, you're absolutely right. You don't deserve that thing. So it's really up to you whether or not you deserve something, because nobody cares. Nobody's going to come and pull you out of bed in the morning and tell you that you're a genius, or tell you that you're a great artist, or tell you that you're a great musician or poet or whatever, and be like, come on, you need to do this. And if you're lucky enough and you get somebody that does, listen to them. And now I'm just seeing that guy beating away at the ice cube. Page of Swords. 5 of Wands in reverse. I need one more. 10 of Cups in reverse. I want to look up the exact definition of insidious. Insidious definition: proceeding in a gradual, subtle way, but with harmful effects. Isn't that interesting? Because I was talking about the guy chopping away, trying to get something that's in that ice cube, something that had been frozen over or put on ice. But it doesn't need to be chopped away at. It needs to be melted. What's the melting process for this? The sun. You. The sun being in your sign. The only one that's going to be able to melt this way so it can come together as a whole piece is going to be you, nobody else. And you're getting curious. Why is that 10 of Cups in reverse there? The Judgment in reverse. But you have nobody challenging you enough. You have nobody challenging you enough on your own path. Family, a lover, whatever it may be. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Because who you surround yourself with is who you are and who you will always be. If you're a bit of a lone wolf or a loner like me, right? Are you able to encourage yourself enough and to force yourself out of bed every day to do something? And if not, if you feel like you're not motivation enough for yourself, who can you surround yourself with in order to be that person that you want? There's something that you're going back to that's very emotionally fulfilling. Okay. It could be a person. It could be a decision that you're making in regards to something that you feel is connected with your higher self, something that you feel deeply understood by, or that you feel is look at that 7 of Wands, the Justice. This is like you feeling like you have the cojones, you got the balls to actually finally make a decision on something where you feel like, hey, maybe this is possible. The 2 of Wands is here. The 9 of Swords. Okay. I mean, that's normal. You do have people around you that are quite realistic. 7 of Cups in reverse and the 3 of Pentacles. And there's nothing wrong with having people that are realistic. There's nothing wrong with having people that keep you grounded and keep you sane, right? It's like when we have Mercury in our sign, right? It's coming this June. We have Mercury in our sign. We can be a little scattered. We can be, you know, right? And with the sun there, it's like we can be confident in ourselves to the point of where we can't always ground ourselves necessarily. And so I'm wondering if you have people around you in your work environment or collaborators or just people in your practical environment, your day-to-day environment that are trying to make you see reason or make you see the reality of a situation or causing you to make a decision that's based around a grounded perspective. And so I see that you're ready to come out of your comfort zone. You're ready to let go of the old way of something, but you're really worried. And I feel like it's possible that you have people or a person that's making you worry. What you need to do when you have people that are very practical and grounded in your life that are trying to give you good advice, take what it is that they say. And if you feel like it's genuinely useful, filter it out, keep it, and anything else, kind of put it on the back burner. So you are ready to make some form of decision. That Hermit is there, which tells me that you're kind of going within. The Ace of Pentacles. I need one more. One more. Ace of Wands, 2 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 3 of Swords in reverse. The Hermit, the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. You are putting in every last energy that you have, you are putting in all of your energy towards something. It's going to be something that I told you before. It's going to be an opportunity that may fall into your lap, but the outcome is not going to fall into your lap. You're having to do the work. The only way that the sun could ever melt that ice cube is by coming out from behind the clouds and showing itself and shining as bright as it can. And there's something about that for you that you need to do in order to melt that ice block to see what is in there. Hermit, Ace of Pentacles. But chucking away at it, the way that I saw that man doing it, I don't think is the right way. It's like somebody trying to, I'm going to try to, give me a second here. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. So if you and I are having a conversation, right? And we start talking about my ex or a breakup that I had, okay? And let's say it's really hard for me. And you're like, well, tell me about it. And I'm like, no, I don't really feel comfortable. And you're like, well, what's going on? And I'm like, well, I don't really want to talk about it. And you're like, no, like you need to talk about it. Like, let's do this. What was the problem? Why did you guys break up? How do you feel about it now? What did you learn? I'm going to be like, whoa, right? Slow down. Now, if you came at me like, oh man, okay. Well, do you want to talk about it? Right? Maybe I say no. Maybe I say yes. Let's say I say no. And then later you bring it up and like, oh, like, can I see pictures? Like, let me see, like, when was the last time you saw them? And I'm not so abrasive with it. So I'm wondering if there's something about that. I don't know. I don't know why I heard that. I don't know why I said it. Take it or leave it. I don't care. But I mean, I care, but you know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, once again, I'm getting that saying there's more than one way to skin a cat. And so it's like you're overcoming these old self-limiting beliefs where you felt insecure before. You're now feeling like you have a fire under your ass and you feel like there's a decision that you have to make, but the decision is going to have to come from courage that's in correlation to your past wounds. The Lovers in reverse for where we're ending it. Heard Out of Sorts, the Chariot in reverse. The Justice in reverse. The Seven of Wands. I heard Against All Odds. There's 2 pages again. You have somebody here that is trying to ground you, that's trying to teach you a lesson, not in a bad way. It's coming from a loving space. Page of Pentacles, King of Cups. But the Page of Wands in reverse tells me that this person is delaying your progress, but I don't think it's for the worst. It seems like there's somebody here, like a masculine. This is like a water sign archetype or a mature water sign archetype, somebody who's very loving, easy to talk to, that's going to listen to you, etc. But this is somebody that's putting in a gallant effort to kind of be like, whoa, pump the brakes. And I feel like you are. Lovers in reverse, Chariot in reverse, and the Justice in reverse. Okay. But the Seven of Wands is here, which is telling me that you have the courage to maintain something or stand up for yourself or to fight for something, to go after something, to compete for something. But it's almost like this, what's the right thing to do? Maybe having a moral dilemma, maybe not being as courageous as you'd like to, but still being able to stand up for yourself in some way or to maintain it. Why is that Justice in reverse? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Do you feel like your finances are not in order enough for you to be able to complete this? Or is somebody saying, hey, are you sure that this is going to be financially beneficial to you? Now, if I told any run-of-the-mill person, hey, I want to read tarot cards for a living, right? They'd be like, right? Somebody that doesn't know anything about it. Oh, okay, you're going to read cards for a living. Like, right. actually, you can make a lot of money in tarot, you know? And so I'm not saying that this person is incorrect. Take what you can, leave what isn't going to work for you or what you feel like is not useful when it comes to the advice that this person is giving you. However, I don't feel like your dream is completely out of reach of whatever it is, but there's a need for you to evolve and get a little bit more curious about who you are and who you're going to be and how you've been playing small in your life because your external circumstances made you feel like you were being held back, okay? Or you were holding yourself back, which is usually the case. And so there's this opportunity for you to evolve because I'm feeling like whatever this is that you're about to get into, you're needing to evolve before you reach it. Because you may be taken advantage of, right? In the workplace or I don't know, in a relationship. I don't know if you don't evolve this part of you. So I want to get some advice. Trine. All right. I already know what that is. I don't need all those. Trine. All right, fine. Damn. The moon and Scorpio. For some of you, we have a moon in Scorpio. Okay. Interesting. If you're Gemini rising, you have Scorpio in your 6th house of routine, your work, your day-to-day activities, your health, your physical health. Trine, Jupiter, and Cancer. That's interesting because also trine carries the energy of Jupiter, and trine is the most benefic aspect in astrology. So when two planets are trining each other, this is where something just kind of falls into your lap. And that's what I was talking about with that Wheel of Fortune. But Jupiter wants growth. Jupiter wants you to expand whatever this is. Now we have Cancer here. So like I said, if you are a Gemini rising, then that means you have Cancer in your 2nd house of money, finances, the money that you make, your self-worth, your self-value, etc. So this sense of not playing small. Jupiter is not small. Jupiter is big. It's the biggest planet in our solar system. And Jupiter wants growth. It wants expansion. It wants abundance, as does the trine. And it's easy. It's something that will fall into your lap. But being that Cancer does rule your 2nd house, especially if you're Gemini rising, then that means you will have to still work for it, just like I was telling you before. With the moon and Scorpio there, which is, you know, I feel like the 2nd and the 6th house kind of go hand in hand in some ways, right? They're both natural earth sign houses. Taurus naturally rules the 2nd house. Virgo naturally rules the 6th house. And so I'm wondering here if there's something about your routine, something that you need to do. Maybe you need to start waking up earlier. Maybe you need to, I don't know, change the way that you go to work in the morning. I don't know, maybe you need to work out a little bit earlier. Maybe you need to change something around that would make something more efficient and comfortable for you. And I say that because I see the moon and Cancer. The moon in astrology rules Cancer. There's something about your physical health or your day-to-day routine that needs to be nurtured, where you really need to take care of that need in some way. And I feel like everything else because of that is going to end up falling into place because you do that, but you have to stop playing small. You have to stop thinking that you're stuck there because of something that you inherited that you view as negative. Or you know, like for instance, right? Like just let me just put it like this, okay? My dad had really bad acne growing up. And I know I always use this, but whatever. My dad had really bad acne growing up and I inherited that from him, right? Now, instead of just trying to like, oh my God, cover it up and be, oh my God, right? Like I always used to, I bet you anything, it would benefit me if I were to make videos, right, like beauty videos on taking care of your skin, on acne, I got dermabrasion, which was like over a $5,000 procedure. If I would have recorded that, things like that, if I would have done that, I bet you anything that I would have benefited in some way, right? Monetarily, second house, finances, self-worth, self-value, the money that you make. But that would require me to change up my routine. How can I fit these videos into my daily routine so I can second house make money, right? Here's the opportunity. Okay. Like for instance, I had somebody, one of my subscribers actually paid for my dermabrasion. Okay. God, sorry that this is so. So the opportunity was there, but I didn't take it. So it means nothing, right? So the opportunity is there, but you're going to have to work at it. Okay. Gemini, this was an absolute pleasure to read your cards. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, make sure that you visit www.brattystarot.com. You can book a face-to-face one-on-one Zoom reading, Zoom call with me, or you can book a pre-recorded reading. Totally up to you. Make sure that you guys are checking for your sun, moon, rising and Venus. If this did not resonate with you, if you're into creative writing and you would like to read mine, you can visit my website, brattystarot.com, look under channel messages, or you can visit my Instagram page, and that information will be available on the screen. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure that you like and subscribe. And if this resonated with you, make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Thanks a lot, Gemini, and talk soon. Bye.